friends! It's me, Thomas! Today, we're heading to the sunny state of Arizona, where we'll discover some amazing trees that thrive in this hot and dry desert landscape. Arizona is known for its deserts, mountains, and wide open spaces, and the trees here are tough and full of surprises. We're going to meet 10 incredible trees today, each with its own special story. Let's go! Our first stop is the velvet mesquite. This tree is one of the most common trees in Arizona's deserts. Velvet mesquite trees have deep roots that help them find water far below the surface, allowing them to survive in dry conditions. Their leaves are soft and velvety, which is how they got their name. The tree's pods contain seeds that are a valuable food source for animals, and people have also used them to make flour for baking. Velvet mesquite trees provide shade and shelter in the desert, making them an important part of the ecosystem. Next, we're meeting the Palo Verde, which is Arizona's state tree. What makes this tree special is its green bark, which actually helps the tree make food through photosynthesis, just like its leaves. The name Palo Verde means green stick in Spanish, and it's easy to see why. Palo Verde trees have small, delicate leaves that drop off during the dry season to save water. But thanks to their green bark, they can keep on growing even without leaves. These trees produce beautiful yellow flowers in the spring, adding a splash of color to the desert landscape. Now, let's check out the Desert Ironwood. This tree is known for its incredibly dense and heavy wood, which is so strong it can sink in water. Desert ironwood trees grow slowly and can live for hundreds of years. They have grayish-green leaves and produce pink or lavender flowers in the spring. The wood of the desert ironwood is used for carving and making tools because it's so tough. These trees are also important for wildlife, providing food and shelter in the harsh desert environment. Next up is the catclaw acacia, a tree that you have to be careful around. This tree gets its name from the tiny, curved thorns on its branches that look like a cat's claw. Catclaw acacia trees grow in dry, sandy soils and produce small yellow flowers that are sweet-smelling and attract bees. Despite their prickly nature, these trees are valuable in the desert because they provide shade and food for animals. Their seeds are eaten by birds and small mammals, and their flowers are an important source of nectar for pollinators. Here's a close relative of the Palo Verde, the blue Palo Verde. This tree is similar to the Palo Verde, but has a distinctive blue-green color to its bark. Blue Palo Verde trees are often found along dry riverbeds, where their deep roots can reach underground water. Like its cousin, the blue Palo Verde also drops its leaves during dry times and relies on its colorful bark to keep growing. In the spring, it bursts into bloom with bright yellow flowers that attract bees and other pollinators. These trees are a vital part of the desert ecosystem, providing food and shelter for many creatures. Now, let's meet the alligator juniper, a tree with bark that looks just like the rough, scaly skin of an alligator. Alligator junipers grow in the higher elevations of Arizona's mountains, where the air is cooler. These trees have thick, tough bark that helps protect them from fire and cold temperatures. The tree's small, blue berries are a favorite food for birds and other wildlife. Alligator junipers are slow-growing and can live for hundreds of years, making them true survivors in Arizona's rugged landscape. Let's visit the netleaf hackberry, a tree that produces small, sweet berries that are loved by both people and animals. Netleaf hackberry trees have rough, net-like bark and small, dark green leaves. They grow in canyons and along streams, where they can find plenty of water. The berries of the netleaf hackberry are edible and were used by Native Americans as a food source. The tree also provides shelter and nesting sites for birds, making it an important part of the riparian riverbank ecosystem. Next is the foothill Palo Verde, another member of the Palo Verde family that's adapted to life in the driest parts of the desert. Foothill Palo Verde trees are smaller than their relatives and have a more twisted, scraggly appearance. They grow on rocky hillsides where there's little soil and even less water. Despite these tough conditions, the foothill Palo Verde thrives, thanks to its deep roots and ability to drop its leaves during droughts. This tree is an important food source for desert animals, producing seeds that are rich in nutrients. Now, let's talk about the Joshua tree, which is actually a type of yucca plant. Joshua trees are famous for their twisted, spiky branches that reach up toward the sky. These trees grow in Arizona's Mojave Desert and are well adapted to the dry, sandy soil. Joshua trees are a crucial part of the desert ecosystem, providing food and habitat for animals like birds, lizards, and small mammals. They're so unique that they've become a symbol of the desert Southwest. Finally, we're visiting the Fremont cottonwood, a tree that loves to grow near water. Fremont cottonwoods are often found along rivers and streams, where their roots can soak up all the water they need. These trees are tall, with broad, heart-shaped leaves that flutter in the breeze. Fremont cottonwoods provide shade and shelter in the hot desert environment, making them a welcome sight in the landscape. In the fall, their leaves turn bright yellow, creating a beautiful contrast against the desert's sandy backdrop. We've met some incredible trees in Arizona today. Each one is unique and has found a way to thrive in the challenging desert environment. From the green-barked Palo Verde to the ancient Desert Ironwood, these trees show us the amazing resilience of nature. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. See you next time for more exciting explorations. Bye-bye, tree buddies!